well, I mean, it really hits me hard, is how many people in this world are so depressed because they think that nobody cares. I want to tell them so badly, you're not. People do care. People do care about you. Too many people are so stuck in their fear that this isn't going to work for them or that they're not going to be able to get over this problem. And yeah, granted, you might not be able to get over it quickly. Hey, some people can't get over it at all. But it's all about the idea of you just need to trust. Trust that God's got your back. Trust that God can take care of your issues. Trust that God can definitely manage what you can't. But trust is hard to come by, especially in this day and age. You know, so many people don't even trust themselves or each other. I saw once someone had done a poll saying, "Do you trust your spouse?" And over 40% said no. Just in that small sample size. I think it was like maybe 100, maybe 200 people. It wasn't a lot that voted. But if even only 200 people, if only 40% trusted their spouse, that means that only 80 people out of 200 people, 80 people trust their spouse. Oh, wait, no. Did I say 40% said no? Okay. 40% said yes, I meant. If only 40% said they trust their spouse and 60% say they don't, we got a problem. You want to know why marriages are failing in this world? It's because we have a lack of trust. We have a lack of trust in each other, and we have a lack of trust in ourselves. Um, I saw a post on Instagram saying, "Why do men find it so easy to fall into sexual sin? Pornography, um, emotional cheating, stuff like that." And it all comes back to one thing: they don't trust themselves to remain faithful, or they trust themselves too much to remain faithful, and they fall victim to the enemy's tricks, the enemy's tactics, the enemy's ability to say, "You know what would feel nice right now? Yeah, I know it won't feel great later, but it's going to feel good for a moment. It'll feel good for a moment, and that's all you need. All you need is a little bit of a crack for the enemy to seep his way in. He's like smoke. Unless you have an airtight fortress, any crack is going to let him in. Any crack is going to let him have a foothold in your life." And it's that kind of a that's kind of a that's where you have to have Jesus in the mix, because Jesus is like the flex seal of your spiritual life that can take that crack and seal it up quick. Those old Flex Seal commercials where Billy Mays or whoever it is talking, and they saw a boat in half, and then they well, no, actually they cut a hole in the bottom of a boat and put a screen door in, and then they put Flex Seal on it and take it out on the water, and it's just fine. Yeah, you know that is how Jesus works. If you got a crack in your armor, if you got a chink in your armor, Jesus takes care of it. If you got a crack in the foundation of your life, Jesus fills that in. Jesus is the foundation, so there's that. If Jesus is the foundation and he is a solid rock, then that means there are no chinks, no cracks, no chunks, no nothing that's missing. Everything is where it should be. Everything is where it needs to be. And so then Since your life is situated on the solid rock that is your foundation, then you have no possible chances for the enemy to get in. But if you're like a foolish man and build your house on the sand, which is the world's teachings, the world's logic, the world's whatever, then don't be surprised when your house starts to sink or when it gets blown away by whatever storms coming your way, you know? It's I think we trust the wrong things. That's it. We trust the wrong things. We trust the wrong people. We trust the wrong motives. You know, there was a song a few years ago that came out. I'm mad at Disney, Disney. They tricked me, tricked me. Had me wishing on a shooting star. You know, and it talks about how, I mean, the lyrics are kind of rough because, you know, it does talk about, it uses some crass language, let's just say that. But it talks about what the heck is love supposed to feel like, you know? And, you know, I think about that, and then I've got a dating profile on Facebook dating. I'm not happy with it. It is what it is. But I've got a Facebook dating profile, and sometimes I'll be prayerfully selecting who I want to hopefully match with versus who I don't. And I'll get someone that has in their profile looking for that princess treatment. And you know, one of the things that we trust, that we tend to trust more than anything, is what our childhood brought us as far as like advice or entertainment or whatever. And the entertainment industry loves to lie to us and say, as long as you believe in your dreams, or as long as you have faith, all your dreams will come true. And if you wish on a shooting star, everything will come to you that you want. Or or you are a princess and you deserve to be treated like that. You know, it's all these lies, all these half truths. Because yes, if you're a child of God, then you are a prince. You are a princess. Once a prince or princess in Narnia, always, I mean, no, once a king or queen in Narnia, always a king or queen. You know, um, I love C.S. Lewis. Don't get me started. Don't get me started on Mere Christianity or the Screwtape Letters. Those are brilliant books. If you've never read them, go find them. You can find them on Amazon for now. Until the CEO says nope, we're taking it off because blah blah blah. You know, did you know that they actually took 1984 off of Kindle books? That's nuts, right? They literally took a book about controlling people's freedom off of a digital library website. Go figure. What's next? Fahrenheit 451, where they burn books? Probably. Off topic question. Do you have any tattoos? No, my skin's way too sensitive for ink. I wanted to, but my sister, in a moment of fun, but also actually making me think, took her fingers and pinched me and said, if you can handle, pinched me really hard and asked me, could you handle that for 3 to 5 minutes while they give you a tattoo? I'm like, no. Okay, then you don't need a tattoo. All right, fair enough. my skin is way. I got too lily white skin and also too sensitive skin for that stuff. Not to mention with all the nerve pain, I'm sure that would just make it worse. I've always wanted to like get a cross or something on my wrist, especially my right wrist because that's where I used to. Wait, no, it's the left wrist where I used to mark myself up because I was so depressed that I wanted to basically join Jesus before my time was. But anyway, and really I wouldn't have joined Jesus. I would have gone straight downhill. But you know, that's besides the point. So no, I've never had a ink. But no, the world is so good at lying to you and saying, "Oh, all you need is to have a wish in your heart." a dream in your mind and to believe it with all that you got, and you can be the person you want to be. And it's like, wow, uh, Jesus promises to take care of all our needs, not our wants. You know, the way my sponsor puts it, following Jesus doesn't make everything sunshine and rainbows and unicorns and butterflies, which is true. The amount of times I've been like, God, wasn't life supposed to be easier now that I'm following you? And him saying, no. I mean, not in those words, but he definitely gives me that impression. Yeah. I mean, maybe eventually I'll like get a tattoo sleeve that's got a cross or something on it, because I know they have those on like Temu and stuff. I thought about it. You know, my youngest nephew, when he gets older, I want to get him a tattoo sleeve so he can wear it to school or something, or wear it to church. Because I'm sure he'll be like, "Wow, Dad and Mom have tattoos. That's cool." And I'll be like, "Hey, guess what, buddy? You can have one too." And he'll be like, "Awesome." I will have to approve it with his mother first, because I may be the fun-loving uncle, but I still have to obey her limitations. It's good to be here. So, one of the major things that one of the things that I'm going to be doing on here is I'm going to be talking a bit about what glad to be here. Oh, I'm glad to be here too. Thank you for the compliments. I appreciate them so much. Being a funny guy, you know, there's a topic for you.